G'day, Tiny from Offtap Brewing. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, guys. I'm actually filming this on a Tuesday, but that's okay. A few of you might have seen the big beer update that I did the other day. I showed you inside the fermenters and the lack of what do you call it? The lack of action in there. Well, I was getting a bit sussed on that, a bit worried, and I was going to make a yeast starter out of another packet of SN9 and start it and try and add it in, and I actually thought fermentation had stopped. But big shout out to Gashslug, sent me a message stating that you know, SN9 is a non-foaming yeast. I've never heard of that and I've never seen it, so thanks Gash, I really appreciate that. I did look it up, and yep, absolutely correct, it's a non-foaming yeast. And as I sent back in the message to you that I was going to put some hydrometers and just check over a couple of days, well, I dropped some hydrometers in today and they've both come down another 30 points, so fermentation is definitely taking place, even though it doesn't look like it. It just looks dead and still. So yeah, that's really different actually. I've never seen that. But we can probably have a look. Yeah, get this fridge open. Turn the little fan off in there. Okay, just death. Just looks dead. Just looks absolutely dead. So what I do is, this is what I normally do with my fermenting, is I normally just drop a clean hydrometer in there, and that was 1075. It's now 1040 something. You can see the odd bubble rising, coming up, but with not much action in there, I would be you know, hesitant to disturb that too much. You know, mainly because of the lack of CO2 being created, I suppose. So yeah, that's going well still. Awesome. What else? Not much else for Homebrew Wednesday. I got some beers to put on. My local homebrew supplier gave me some new yeast to try. And you guys out there in Canadian land, and you Canadians or Canadians, it's just a new, where is it? It's gone. A new brand here in Australia, and it's Mangrove Jacks. You guys would have seen the Mangrove Jacks. Where is it? Mangrove Jacks wort kits. Oh, wort kits. Sorry, I've lost. They're gone. You would have seen the Mangrove Jacks. There they are. Kits, the ones in the bags. They're not in tins, they're in bags. Well, they've got these range. Hang on. Maybe I'll see. They've got, I think, 7 and a cider yeast in their range. So I'm going to do my British ale, my British ale with that one, and I've got a nice sort of Simcoe smash to do with that one, to do with the West Coast. So I haven't tried the yeast before. He's asked me for my opinion. He's going to stock it. I might stock it as well in the fridge, the freezer, make the freezer full. Nothing like a cold beer on a hot day, or a cold beer on a cold day, or just a beer today. Sorry. This is I'm drinking the Pilsner that I did with the T58 lager yeast, the SAF dry packet, and it's, I don't know, I'm probably just getting used to the flavour, but starting to really enjoy it. It leaves a lot of ester behind, a lot of residual flavour in it. I'm thinking along the lines of, oh, dog food, cat food, yeah. Stinky. I'm going outside because that stinks. I'm thinking along the lines if I was doing something like a laffy or something like that, or a chimney. That's the sort of yeast I'd use. So we'll see. Maybe one day I might, you know, give something like that a go. Not much really else to talk about today. Yeah, it's a pretty slow old week for brewing. That's getting some stock up. That's the brew I did on the weekend. So there's 3 20-litre cubes there. They will replace those 3 there because those 3 are 1,035, not 1,045. And then those ones, that's the Pilsner, that has to be changed out as well. So I've got to rebrew the Pilsner and then we're all sweet. I'll drink that, that's no problem at all. It's actually not a bad Pilsner. Funny story, I took my Pilsner down to my local home brew store, the same guy, and I don't know if I told you the story, but he's a fussy old kit and kilo guy. He's been doing kit and kilo for over 20 years, owns a shop where all he sells is kit and kilos. And I've been talking about bringing down a work kit for him to try and put through the shop to get, you know, get some perspective on from the rest of the clientele. And yeah, I went in and asked him. I said, "Oh, so how's that beer going, mate?" He goes, "Oh, I've got some bad news for you." I'm like, "Oh, is it shit?" He goes, "Oh, no. I ran out of beer at home, so I took that home." I said, "Oh, how was it?" He goes, "It's still carbonating." I said, "Oh, okay." So the next time I went in there, I said, "Mike, how's the Pilsner?" He's like, "Oh," he's smiling and trying to hold back a smile. "Oh, you know, it's not bad." And yeah, so I was quite happy with that. He goes, "No, it's a good drop." He wants my recipe. I'm not going to give it to him, of course, because, you know, we hold those things near and dear. No, there's no point in cloning my recipe. It's very basic. I'll set him up. I'll give him my recipe, but as a base, he can work on changing things. As he said, he doesn't want to be a beer cloner. He wants to be a beer designer. So, I mean, I think that's the best way to go about your home brewing. You know, be a beer designer, not a beer cloner. You know, I get a lot more enjoyment out of designing beers and putting them through test phases, and, you know, running out 50-litre batches and sorry, running out the big batches and that, and trying them, and, you know, wondering, you know, running another one off and then seeing how what that little change does to it. And so, yeah, he's going to step up to all grain, which he's never done before. I think 17 years owning a home brew store, and he's never done an all grain. So, yeah, I'd be happy to go around and give him a hand with that. Help him out with a few pointers, give him a base recipe to start with, and then he can work on it from there. So, yeah, Offtap Brewing, you know, I've got him on side. That's good. He'll keep recommending me to his customers if they want fresh work kits, and he doesn't need to buy them up anymore. From I think he's buying them from Adelaide or somewhere. So they were coming from a long way, and this way he can get them cheaper. I don't know what else. I might call it quits here on that good note. That I might have a place in a home brew store to put my stuff down. So, yeah, that's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome having my product in an actual shop. Look out, who would have thought? I think on my business proposal, on my business plan, I think I'm about 4 to 5 months ahead of where I should be. So I'm happy about that. I gave myself a year and it's only been 8 months, I think. So yeah, probably four or 5 months. So yeah, no, very happy about that. Alright, well I'm going to leave it there anyhow. That's enough bullshit from me. You guys have a happy Homebrew Wednesday. And remember, beer makes you smarter.